Okay, so you know that feeling, right? You're supposed to be like the content guru for your business, pumping out those amazing blog posts that everybody wants to read. But instead, you're staring at a blank page and you have that blinking cursor.
It's a nightmare.
Just mocking you.
Yes.
And the to-do list starts piling up in your head.
Totally.
Like what to write about, even how to actually get the words out onto the page.
Yeah.
And then the whole process of actually getting it published is just like...
It's so much.
I can feel like you're just constantly behind.
Yeah, that's definitely a challenge we hear a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's understandable because you know how vital consistent content is.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's the time and effort that pulls you away from the other parts of your business that are so important.
Yeah.
So finding ways to do it well and efficiently.
Right.
That's just so important.
Absolutely. And that's actually what we're diving into today.
Okay, cool.
We're going to be taking a close look at Blog Genie.
Right.
So think of Blog Genie as like an AI-powered content assistant.
Oh,
that's really designed to lift that burden of content creation right off your shoulders.
I like it.
And it does everything from, those initial topic ideas all the way through to getting a polished blog post live on your website.
Cool.
But for this deep dive, we don't just want to like give a basic rundown of what Blog Genie does.
Right.
We really want to dig into like the mechanics of how it works.
Yes.
And more importantly,
yeah,
the real tangible results it's achieving for businesses.
Like yours.
Just like yours, exactly.
Cool.
And we've got some interesting examples. I think they'll really resonate with you.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So these aren't just abstract ideas.
Right.
We're looking at 3 specific local businesses that have experienced some pretty significant growth.
Nice.
And we're going to unpack exactly how Blog Genie has played a part in that.
I'm ready.
So the core idea with Blog Genie is pretty powerful.
All right.
It wants to help your business get discovered by more people online.
Right.
It helps you connect with them in a meaningful way through your content, and then ultimately convert those website visitors into paying customers.
The dream.
Yes, exactly. And it does all of this through blog content that is optimized for search engines and created very quickly and efficiently.
Very cool.
So how does this Blog Genie actually work?
Well, the process is really structured in 3 key steps.
Okay.
So it simplifies everything for you.
Okay.
The first step tackles that really hard first hurdle of what to even write about.
Right.
So Blog Genie uses AI-powered topic research.
Okay.
What's fascinating here is that it analyzes current trends, identifies what's relevant to your specific industry, and then pinpoints SEO-friendly keywords, which are the terms that people are actually searching for online that will significantly improve your visibility.
Gotcha.
So it moves beyond, just guessing what might work and grounds your content strategy in data.
Okay, so it's not just like throwing out random ideas.
Right.
It's tapping into what people are actively looking for online.
Exactly.
So that's a game changer.
Yes.
For people who are constantly struggling with what's going to grab attention and drive traffic to their site.
For sure.
What happens in step 2?
So step 2 is where the actual content gets created.
Okay.
Blog Genie uses AI to generate full blog posts for you.
Okay.
And the impressive part is the speed. It claims to do this in minutes. And these aren't just like short surface level pieces.
Right.
We're talking well-structured, full-length articles with, headings and content that's designed to be readable, engaging, and ultimately geared towards achieving your specific business objectives.
Gotcha.
Whether that's educating potential customers or driving them towards a purchase or an inquiry.
So content creation in minutes.
Yeah.
That sounds almost unbelievable to me.
I know.
As somebody who has spent hours crafting just one blog post. But if it can truly deliver on that promise, that could free up a huge amount of time.
So much time.
For you to focus on other really critical areas of your business.
Absolutely.
So what about that third step?
Okay.
How does this AI-generated content actually end up on your website for the world to see?
So the final step is all about making publishing seamless.
Okay.
So Blog Genie offers direct integration with popular CMS platforms like WordPress and Webflow. So you can essentially publish your content with a single click.
Nice.
You also have the flexibility to schedule posts in the future. Or push them live instantly.
Right.
So it gives you control over your content calendar without the headaches of manually copying and pasting and formatting everything.
So it's a 3-step system designed to take you from that daunting blank page to a published blog post
Yeah.
that will attract and engage those ideal customers.
Exactly.
That's the overview.
Cool.
But let's look at how this plays out in real life.
Okay, let's.
For businesses just like yours.
All right.
So first up, we have Torres Lawn and Snow from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Okay.
A seasonal business.
Right.
Which presents its own unique challenges when it comes to content scheduling.
Right.
For those of you who are also running a seasonal business.
Absolutely.
So what's really interesting here is the year-over-year comparison we have.
Okay.
We're looking at their performance from January 7th to April 6th.
Okay.
So even during what would typically be their slower season, they experienced what's described as explosive growth.
Wow.
By utilizing Blog Genie to create very targeted, keyword-focused blog posts.
Okay.
These articles were all centered around their core services.
Okay.
Landscaping, hardscaping, and importantly, snow removal.
Makes sense.
Which would be top of mind for customers during that period.
Totally.
And the data really backs up that explosive growth, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, I saw some pretty remarkable increases in their organic search metrics.
Yeah.
And for those of you who aren't tracking this closely, this is, you know how well you're being found online through search engines like Google.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me a little bit about those metrics.
Sure. So their organic sessions,
Okay.
which is the number of times people found their website through unpaid search results, jumped by a massive 718%.
Wow.
Engaged sessions, which are visits where people actively interacted with the site.
Okay.
Those were up by 564%.
Wow.
And their event count, which tracks specific actions users take, increased by 640%.
So huge increases across the board.
Absolutely.
But there was an interesting decrease in average engagement time.
Yes, there was.
Down by 54%. And that might initially seem negative, but what's the explanation there?
Yeah, so while it might seem negative, the likely explanation is that users are finding the specific information they need much more quickly.
Okay.
So they're landing on the right page, and they're getting their questions answered efficiently.
Gotcha.
Which can actually lead to higher satisfaction.
That's a really important point to consider.
Yes.
Because sometimes a shorter visit can actually be a sign that you're delivering exactly what your audience wants.
Absolutely.
And leading them quickly to that next step.
For sure.
Whether that's, a phone call or contact form.
Right.
So tell me, what were some of the top search queries that were driving this significant growth?
So the top queries included very local and high intent terms like Torres Lawn Care, Lawn Care Near Me, and Landscaping Kalamazoo.
Okay.
So for, our listeners, this highlights the power of focusing on those very specific keywords that your potential customers are actually typing into Google when they're actively searching for those services in their local area.
Exactly.
It's about meeting them exactly where they are in their search process.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of the specific content that was performing the best for them, what really stood out?
So their homepage was a top performer, which is often the case. But particularly notable were the pages specifically dedicated to landscaping and hardscaping, and their commercial snow plowing service.
Gotcha.
So this strongly suggests that content that directly addresses their key service offerings was really resonating with searchers and likely converting those visitors into inquiries.
So the big takeaway for you listening is that really focusing on those local service-specific keywords in your blog content can deliver significant and measurable results for your business.
Absolutely.
Even if you are in a seasonal industry.
Yeah.
And there was even a pro tip I saw mentioned.
There was.
That was more forward-looking for Torres Lawn and Snow, right?
Yes. So based on some of the emerging search queries they were starting to see, the recommendation was to explore creating content around fence installations and retaining walls.
Okay.
So this shows how even a successful content strategy can continue to evolve and adapt based on new data and emerging customer needs.
Gotcha.
It's about staying ahead of the curve.
Okay, so let's move on to our second business example.
Okay.
Signal Point Massage, located in Signal Mountain, Tennessee.
Oh, right.
So a completely different industry, spa and wellness.
Yeah.
So for those of you in service-based businesses, what kind of impact did Blog Genie have for them?
So For Signal Point Massage, their focus was on building trust and increasing their organic reach through what are described as thoughtful evergreen articles. So for you listening, this means creating content that remains valuable and relevant over a long period, which attracts traffic consistently. And these articles were ranking for both branded terms like their business name, which is crucial for direct searches, and non-branded queries related to massage services in their local area. So this helps them reach new potential clients.
Gotcha. So what did their key performance stats look like over the last 90 days?
Yeah, so they saw a total of 49 clicks from organic search with 1.55 thousand total impressions. Now, when we talk about impressions, that's the number of times their website appeared in search results. Their click-through rate, or the percentage of times people clicked on their listing after seeing it, was 3.2%. And their average position in search results was 13.4. So that indicates that they were consistently showing up around the top of the second page. And occasionally breaking into the bottom of the first page for relevant searches.
So even if you're not always in the top few spots, consistently showing up in those search results starts to build that familiarity and credibility with potential clients in your area.
Definitely.
What kind of searches were they ranking well for?
High-ranking queries included Signal Point Massage and Massage Signal Mountain, which, as we discussed, are those important branded and local searches. But they also ranked well for Anniversary Couples Massage, indicating that they were successfully tapping into a specific service need and attracting customers who were looking for that particular experience.
So people looking for a couples massage for a special occasion are doing very targeted searches. And which of their specific pages were getting the most attention from these searches?
Their homepage was, again, a key entry point for many visitors. But notably, their article specifically titled Anniversary Massage Article performed very well, along with their About page.
And that About page performing well makes sense because people want to know who they're booking with. Right, and feel a connection to that business.
It's about trust.
Absolutely. So what was the key actionable insight for Signal Point Massage?
So the strong and consistent performance of the romantic anniversary massage post, with steady traffic month after month, highlighted a seasonal interest in anniversaries. So this led to the suggestion to create follow-up content around related themes, like massage gift ideas for other occasions like Mother's Day, or what couples can expect during their first massage experience together. So it's really building on what's already working.
And anticipating future demand.
Smart strategy, capitalizing on existing success. And planning for future opportunities.
Absolutely.
And I know a specific pro tip was also mentioned for them.
The recommendation was to implement internal linking more strategically.
So tell me what that means for people who maybe aren't familiar with that term.
So for your website, this means thoughtfully listing from your blog posts to relevant service pages. And your booking or contact page. So it makes it much easier for interested readers who are learning about a service to take that next step and schedule an appointment or get in touch.
So guiding that informational content directly towards your conversion goals.
Exactly.
So let's look at our third and final example. OAX Construction LLC, operating in the Midwest. So for those of you in more trade-based or construction industries, this one should provide some valuable insight.
I think so.
What did they achieve? So for OAX Construction, their content strategy focused on establishing themselves as experts in their specialized services, particularly stamped concrete patios and driveways. They utilized Blog Genie to create in-depth blog posts specifically around these topics. The goal was to attract homeowners actively searching for these types of services by providing really valuable, informative content.
And what kind of results did they see over the last 90 days?
So they experienced a significant increase in organic sessions, up by a remarkable 277%.
Wow.
And a 194% increase in new users finding their website through search. Their average engagement time also saw a healthy jump of 82%, reaching 39 seconds.
So that increase in engagement time is really encouraging because it means that they were providing information that was really resonating with their target audience.
People were sticking around to read it.
Exactly. So what were the top pages that were capturing this engaged traffic?
So their homepage was, again, unsurprisingly, the most viewed page.
Of course.
But crucially, their stamped concrete service page and their contact page were also high on the list.
Okay.
Additionally, a blog article specifically focused on concrete driveways saw a significant lift of around 117%.
So the focus on those very niche services really paid off.
It did.
In terms of attracting qualified traffic.
Yes.
What was the key actionable insight for OAX Construction?
The key insight was that creating specialized content that targets what we call long-tail keywords, which are those longer, more specific search phrases like concrete driveway maintenance tips or how to choose the right stamped concrete pattern, was highly effective at driving qualified traffic to their website.
That makes sense.
They also found success in taking frequently asked questions from customers and repurposing them into detailed blog posts. So directly answering common queries in a helpful and accessible format for a wider audience.
So turning those questions, you already get into content.
Exactly.
And was there a specific pro tip for OAX Construction?
Yes. The pro tip was to add what's called FAQ schema markup to their blog posts.
And for those who aren't familiar with that.
Right. So FAQ schema markup is a bit more technical, but it's essentially a way to enhance your visibility in search results by specifically tagging frequently asked questions and their answers on your pages.
Gotcha.
This can make them eligible to appear as rich snippets directly in the search results, which can potentially attract more clicks to your site.
So across these three very different local businesses, we're seeing a pretty consistent pattern emerge.
Yeah.
Targeted, SEO-focused blog content created efficiently with Blog Genie.
Yes.
Seems to be a significant driver of growth.
Definitely.
In terms of, online visibility and audience engagement.
For sure.
So what makes Blog Genie so effective at achieving these results?
Well, the success seems to be driven by several key advantages. First, the content drafting process is heavily informed by SEO insights, drawn directly from Google Search Console and Google Analytics 4. So this ensures that the content isn't created in isolation, but is strategically aligned with what people are actually searching for and how they're interacting with websites online.
Gotcha.
Secondly, the AI is described as producing a natural and human-like tone.
That's so important.
Yes, it's essential.
Because you don't want your content to sound like it was written by a robot.
Nobody wants that.
You want to sound like you, like a real person your customers can connect with.
Totally.
And that leads us to another really important point.
Okay.
The concept of what's being called undetectable AI.
Yeah.
So Blog Genie utilizes AI in a sophisticated way that makes the content read and flow as if it were written by a human.
Exactly.
And this is so valuable for your business.
It is.
Because it fosters greater reader trust, which leads to better engagement metrics. Like lower bounce rates, meaning people stay on your website longer.
Yeah, right.
And higher conversion rates.
Yes.
Meaning more inquiries or sales.
Absolutely.
And then also, it was mentioned, this ability to bypass AI detection filters could potentially give your content an edge in search engine rankings.
Yeah, across various platforms.
So it's offering you the speed and efficiency of AI content creation.
Right.
With the quality and authenticity of human written text.
The best of both worlds.
And beyond just generating that initial blog post, does Blog Genie offer any ongoing support or suggestions to help refine content strategy over time?
It does.
Yeah.
It provides you with content suggestions that are based on identifying performance gaps in your existing content. And also by recognizing emerging seasonal trends. So this helps you stay relevant and adapt your content strategy as the online landscape evolves.
So it's not just like a one-and-done tool. It's like an ongoing partner. And perhaps most appealing to you as a busy business owner is the claimed time to value, the potential to publish high-quality content in under 10 minutes and start seeing results in under 30 days.
Wow.
Now, results will vary, of course.
Of course.
But that's a very attractive prospect.
For sure.
To anyone looking to, improve their online presence quickly.
Definitely.
Cutting down content creation time from, hours or days to minutes. Is a massive gain in efficiency for your business.
Absolutely.
So looking ahead at our three businesses, what are some of the next logical steps they could take to further build on their success with Blog Genie?
Well, there are some common strategies they can focus on. One key area is internal linking.
Okay.
So this involves strategically linking your blog posts to other relevant pages on your website.
Gotcha.
Such as your service pages or contact page. So this helps guide your website visitors further down the path to becoming a customer. Another important strategy is content refreshes.
Okay.
So this means regularly updating your older blog articles with new keywords, fresh information, and updated visuals. So they stay relevant and performing well in search results.
Gotcha.
And finally, they can focus on click optimization.
Okay.
This involves analyzing search terms that are generating a lot of impressions but have a low click-through rate.
Okay.
And then tweaking the content and calls to action to encourage more clicks.
So it sounds like Blog Genie provides a strong foundation.
Yes.
And then you can continue to refine and optimize your strategy.
Exactly.
So to bring it all together, if you're still feeling overwhelmed by content creation, what's the core message here?
The core message is that it doesn't have to be so hard anymore.
Yeah.
Blog Genie offers you a way to simplify the entire process and empower your business to achieve meaningful growth online without you getting bogged down in the traditional complexities.
Absolutely. And we've seen through these examples how it can save you time, boost your SEO by targeting the right keywords, and ultimately reduce the cost of content creation.
Yeah.
So it really does seem to offer a solution to many of the common challenges we discussed at the beginning.
It does.
And it makes you think, what aspect of your business could you focus on more if you weren't spending so much time on content?
That's a great question.
Right. It could free you up to focus on bigger strategic goals.
Absolutely. What key initiatives or business development opportunities could you prioritize?
So if you're feeling intrigued and want to explore this further, the tool we've been discussing is Blog Genie, AI-powered content creation tool by Network Kings LLC Net Kings.
Cool.
And they're offering you a chance to try it out for free.
Nice.
No credit card required.
Even better.
So it's a great opportunity to see firsthand how AI could help you in your content marketing strategy.
Definitely.
And help you achieve those growth goals. The whole content creation landscape is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And AI is taking on an even bigger role.
Absolutely.
Tools like Blog Genie really do demonstrate the potential for AI to be a valuable partner for your business.
Totally.
To help you unlock those new levels of growth and reach your full potential in the digital space.
For sure.
All right, that's all the time we have today.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll catch you in the next deep dive.
Sounds good.